You're listening to Bizarre Buffet, a podcast of all-you-can-eat weird. I'm your host, Mark Torriello.
I'm Jen Wilson.
And I'm Mark Bluestein.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
When we first went in, one of the people said, "Who are you?" And Tex said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
So we're back.
Hey,
Hi.
everyone.
How's it going?
Hi, it's me, Chloe Sevigny.
We just had a very intense recording session with Mark Torriello.
We did. We all gave birth.
You know what? It was like, it's like riding a bike, like when you don't do it for a long time and then you come back and do it. It's like we haven't recorded in like
Weeks.
like 2-3 months.
2 months, probably.
2 months.
So it's
God.
like I feel like I'm so exhausted and I can't even think.
Yeah.
Because like I had to think so much in the last episode about how do you do a podcast.
I know.
Right?
Like we haven't done 97, 98 episodes.
But we're back full force, everyone.
We are.
Yeah, we're back again unless somebody dies or one of us gets sick again.
Yeah,
Which both have happened.
It has, so.
Yeah, so. Yay.
Awesome.
Good for you for calling it out.
Yeah, thank you. I was going
very
to.
healthy.
Yeah, it is very healthy. My mother died. It's okay. Do any of you have a mother who died that you'd like to talk to us about?
Rest in peace,
I was
girl.
Jen's face. I was going to say this in the last episode, but Mark encouraged me to be. He tried to silence me.
We both tried to
I wasn't
silence
trying to
you.
Actually, yeah, you both did.
I did.
Toxic,
We
toxic.
did.
We're all
1, 2.
toxic.
Yeah.
We can go back and watch the footage.
I know we could go back. Yeah, roll back tape for
It's like
both of you.
It's like in
Think
like
about
an
what you've
episode
done.
of Real Housewives when it's like, I didn't do that or I didn't say that, and it's like cut to the.
I got you. So, I mean, you know, a quick recap on this. So, we weren't going to talk about it, and no, I'm not calling out Mark or Jen for this, is because, you know,
Yes,
we're kind of
he
like, I kind of am half 50-50. But, you know, it's like we like to keep things on an upward note.
Yeah, we don't want to like burden our shit on you all. No.
But also, we want to be relatable.
Well, yeah.
Too, right? So, you know, I encourage you all to not emotionally dump on us. We're not going to do it on you
We
either.
don't do that.
Correct.
But if you want to, like, ask us first,
Yeah.
and then, like, maybe we'll be open to it.
Of
Yeah.
course.
But we like to be relatable at the same time.
Why not?
And let's continue on.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm alive.
All right. Are
Yeah.
you ready? So, my question tonight is,
Yes.
what is your favorite video game?
Ooh. I think overall, my favorite video game is Grand Theft Auto. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't like video games where there has to be something where you have to do something. Like, I like games
Yeah.
where you can just start playing and do whatever the fuck you want and have fun.
Right.
So I like running people over. I like,
like doing all that stuff.
shooting at things. I
Stealing
like
cars and just driving around.
yeah, I like doing all these fun things, and I don't like having to do something. I just
But
like
there's
free
like
will.
a setting where like you can put it where like the cops don't come after you, right?
Yeah, there's
It's
like
that's-
cheats and
It's like
stuff.
cheats because I remember playing that like as a kid where it's like you could take the cheats, like there were cheats so like the cops don't come after you.
Yeah.
You can just
Right.
like it's just like a joyride,
Exactly.
free
And-
for all. It's a big playground.
exactly. And for me, that's the most fun. Like, if I have to do a game where it's like, open the door to get the note, and then open
See,
the...
and those are the types of games I like.
And
I
find the
respect
key.
that. I do. I just don't have the mental capacity for that.
Find the key to open the door to get the
Yeah.
note.
I wish I had the mental capacity for that,
What
but
do
I
you
don't.
like, Mark?
My favorite video game is GoldenEye for Nintendo 64.
I've never played it,
It's awesome.
so I'm listening.
You're James Bond, and
Oh,
you're-
that's really cool.
and you're shooting people with all these. There's like great boards, and I used to play like 2-player, and you know you just shoot each other. I always enjoy like the Resident Evil and Silent Hill games.
Oh, those are fun.
because they're like scary. And you're like
Silent Hill is scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also Friday the 13th,
Oh, we love that game.
our Jason game on was it PS4,
PS5,
PS5. There you
I
go.
think. No,
4.
PS4.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite one, but I just started playing. Jerry and I started playing the Harry Potter Hogwarts game on PlayStation.
The Harry Potter what?
Hogwarts game.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been playing like the new Harry Potter game, which is really cool. And it's like you could do challenges, but then like the fun part is like just exploring the world.
Can you fly around on a
You
broom?
can. I haven't learned to fly yet. I haven't
Okay.
gotten there, but when I do, I'll be able to fly on a broomstick.
That's exciting.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
Before we jump into our topic tonight, I just want to go over some terminology that I'll be using a handful of
Oh,
times.
shit.
So it's kind
Oh,
of crucial
boy.
to our story.
Gear up,
okay?
everybody.
So the first one that I'm going to say is gamer. And a gamer is a person who plays video games or participates in role-playing games.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we have a gamer tag or user tag, which is just the gamer's alter ego in the gaming world. So like how like on Instagram we have Insta handles and our usernames. That's what a gamer tag username is.
Okay.
Next up, we have a troll. That is a person who makes deliberately offensive or provocative posts online. This is usually done intentionally to upset others. Trolls usually will create a fake account to hide their true identity, not use their real picture, their real name. And in the gaming world, trolls will say offensive and off-color things to their opponents to upset them. Like it's kind of a way to like just get them worked up.
So you're trying to like razzle the person.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like how like a Trump supporter would
Yeah.
try to like be like snowflake.
Those Trump trolls.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is Discord, which is an instant messaging social platform. So the users have the ability to text, they can make voice calls, they can make video calls, they're able to share media and files. So it's like kind of like a WhatsApp or like Skype.
Okay. It's like a messaging platform.
It's like a messaging platform that a lot of people who play video games go on so they can chat back and forth because you can't chat within the game.
Yeah. So,
So-
it's kind of like a modern day AOL Instant
Yeah.
Messenger.
So you use that whilst playing the game.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. That's
Okay, next
Gonna have the second life on there.
MMORPG,
Never heard of that.
a massively multiplayer online role-playing game.
Sounds horny.
So you're usually like playing somebody in a world, and so it's like role-playing and you're interacting with other people.
It reminds me of our Second Life episode.
Oh, insert episode artwork here for YouTube.
Oh yeah. So next up is the game that we're going to be talking about tonight.
Oh God, I'm so excited.
It's called Perfect World.
What?
So this is
I've never heard of this.
So this is the video game that this story takes place in tonight. It is a 3D adventure game, and it is fantasy MMORPG, which I just saw. Massively multiplayer online role-playing game that has traditional Chinese settings. Players take on various roles depending on the choice of race and the choice of class within that race. So it's kind of more like on the World of Warcraft side. So I just want to also note that the majority of the names that you'll hear tonight, I cannot guarantee that that's their real names because a lot of these are the gamer tags that they go by in the video game world. So these may or may not be real people.
Okay.
So there was a group of individuals from all over the world, and some of these places included the US, Egypt, Israel, Belgium, Romania, Costa Rica. They would frequently play Perfect World together, and they would chat amongst each other on Discord. And there was a user by the name of Menhaz who was considered a major troll. A user who went by the name Nicole stated that everything that Menhaz said was obscenely fucking racist.
Oh boy.
He apparently had a history of being banned from the game, but always somehow found a way to return back to the platform. Let's jump to July 27th, 2019. Menhaz posted in a group chat on Discord, "Gonna kill my parents and go to jail, yo." Then shared a picture of a dead woman's body saying, "This is my mom."
Oh my God. Hashtag mommy issues.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so bad.
That would
I'm
happen.
sorry.
So,
Oh.
now listen,
Oh
because
shit.
Because Menhaz had a history of saying very wildly offensive things and very off-color things, the users, like, no one knew what to think.
Yeah.
You know, you could get, like, images of dead bodies off of, like, the internet. So, like,
Yeah,
they're thinking,
you
like, was
can.
it a cruel prank? Is he just being him sick and twisted self?
Yeah, because he was known as being off-colored, so...
Or a troll.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, shortly after the first message Menhaz sent out to his friends, he sent a similar one with an image saying, "This is my grandma."
Oh, shit. Grandma? Is that you?
So, we don't know. So, there was a user who went by the name of John and just had this feeling that this was real. He's like, this is real. This is crazy. What the fuck is going on? He actually sent the images that Menhaz sent him to other users so they could try and trace them to pre-existing images online,
Oh.
which could be a sign that Menhaz was in fact playing a cruel prank.
So, like a Google, because for those of you who may or may not know, on Google, you can use images and you can search images.
Yeah.
I do that a lot of times to find better deals on things. And you
Yeah.
can use it in the same sense to find a source of a photo, any kind of photo.
Right. Yeah, you're correct. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And, like, you know, Nicole, who I talked about earlier, she also even said the images could have been from a shock site.
Yeah. Yeah, a million
Which
percent.
there's a lot of those out
Totally.
there too.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing: no one knew where Menhaz lived, but many of the users on Discord were super disturbed and super scared, as they should be.
I would be. I would be at least a little frightened.
They kind of worried that there would be more victims, so like they started to try and intervene. There was a user who lived in Texas and called his local police, and like they just didn't take it seriously because like he had no information about who he was, where he lived, where in the world he was,
Yeah.
like nothing. Was Menhaz even his real name? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Odds are probably not.
They should have like connected him to a cyber police or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure something like that exists, right?
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
such
yeah.
a thing? Or
Yeah, there's an eBay police.
I mean, I get blocked on Facebook
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm in Facebook jail all the time.
Mark has got blocked so much on Facebook to the extent that Jen Wilson has gotten him a mug that says, what does it say?
It was like I'm in Facebook jail and it's
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I'm on like a final warning on Facebook.
Yeah.
So a lot of these users on Discord, they reached out to an individual who went by Junior. Junior lived in Costa Rica and was actually considered to be Menhaz's closest friend in the gaming world. They kind of were like brothers, and like just because like they played a video game together, they had kind of more of a deeper connection on a friend level. Junior kept trying to contact Menhaz and was trying to message him over and over again. There was no response until finally Menhaz responds and says, "This may upset you, but I did it." And then Menhaz went on a rant about how he wanted to kill his father and his sister.
Ooh.
So now time is really ticking, and the group needs to find out where in the world was Menhaz. Where was he? Where did he live?
Yeah.
And they used their like research skills online to try and track him down because, you know, like Menhaz is not a common name. So they started there with looking him up, but then again, they weren't sure if Menhaz was his real name or not.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, let's see.
Yeah. Needle in a haystack type deal.
So they all started kind of going back into their old chats with him and just trying to look for clues. They noticed that his messages were always stamped Eastern Standard Time, which meant that he lived somewhere in North America.
Oh, shit.
Not sure where,
But somewhere.
in North America.
Oh, boy.
A user who went by the name Austin was one of the game's admins. He told Junior to continue to talk to Menhaz and not to stop so he could track his IP address.
Okay.
Now, the only thing about tracking an IP address is it doesn't give you an exact location. It kind of just gives you more of a general idea of where they could be.
Okay.
So it's not like giving you an actual like address or a location, kind of just like a proximity.
Okay.
So as Junior's going back and forth, just trying to hold a conversation with Menhaz, they're finally able to track the IP address and find that it was somewhere in Toronto.
Oh, shit. So they found a more close locale.
Correct.
Oh boy.
This is crazy, right?
That is fucking wild.
So the group is able to find an address and a phone number. And when they called it unfortunately was just Menhaz's internet service provider. It was just like the company address.
Man.
Yeah.
Hello, you've reached Verizon.
Menhaz then sent more disturbing images saying that it was his sister and that he killed her.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And then said that he was planning on killing his father when he got home within the hour.
Okay. Real quick, this kind of reminds me of an episode you did too.
Don't fuck with cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
With
Fucking-
Luca Magnotta.
Luca Magnotta.
to kind of jump ahead, I actually found there's a documentary on Peacock and it's kind of set up like Don't Fuck with Cats. So like,
Oh shit.
yeah, the documentary is this story, but it's
my
like done like
God.
in the style of Don't Fuck with Cats.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So the group's panicking. They're trying to locate Menhaz's location before he hurts anyone else because like no one wants to do that. So a user in Minnesota called the local police, who then directed him to the Toronto police. Toronto police filed an emergency request with Discord for any identifying information for Menhaz. So this enabled them to get a hold of his IP address, which directed them towards the internet service provider Rogers. Detectives contacted Rogers, which finally delivered the physical address registered to Menhaz's account.
Nice.
Oh my god. That's wild.
And while this is all happening, Menhaz actually does wind up FaceTiming one of the gamers, one of the users, and like is showing him all the dead bodies.
Oh no.
God.
What?
Yeah.
So and during this time when they're like, we're gonna fucking find this fucker, he ends up contacting somebody on Discord.
Yeah, like a friend of his that he just like reached out to and was like FaceTiming and
God.
showing him the video.
Oh, she's wild.
She is wild. So the police officers were called to an address on Castlemore Avenue in Markham, which is a city in Ontario, and it's about 18 miles from Toronto, on July 28th, 2019. Inside, which was reported by the Global News at the time, found the bodies of Firoza Begum, which is Menhaz's grandmother, Maniruz Zaman, which is his father, Malaysa Zaman, which is his sister, and Momotaz Begum, which is his mother. So Menhaz Zaman's parents immigrated to Canada from Bangladesh in the late 1980s. Menhaz himself was born in 1996 and was the oldest. And then his sister Malaysa was born 2 years later. But anyway, a former high school friend of Menhaz has described him as having been just an average Markham kid. A neighbor, he said, had seemed like the family's golden child. Prior to the murders, Menhaz's family believed that he was studying engineering at York University in Toronto.
Okay.
Instead, he actually dropped out after 2 semesters in an electronics engineering program at Seneca College. Apparently, on the night of the murders, Menhaz suggested that he had acted because it was the date of his supposed graduation was approaching. And he wrote on Discord, "It's been my plan for 3 years. Literally told my parents my uni graduation was July 28th. I couldn't have delayed it any longer." He also allegedly added, "I did this because I didn't want my parents to feel the shame of having a son like me, and I am pathetic, I am a coward and a subhuman. Since I'm an atheist, I believe there's no afterlife. So I was scared to die, and I wanted them to die so that they didn't suffer knowing how much of a pathetic subhuman I was. It was all very selfish. I am just pathetic."
Well, yeah,
pretty
you're
much.
you're pathetic, but
I mean, kudos for announcing his atheism.
yeah,
That's great.
I appreciate that.
but
Yeah, I mean, and
his
the
motive is like a little
yeah, and
stupid.
when you watch the documentary and you actually like see him being questioned, Literally every fucking question they ask him, his response is no comment. No, he's such an asshole.
What a
Such a
dweeb.
Like,
Trump
he's a
about it.
fucking
my
asshole.
God.
Of course he is. Every narcissistic crazy.
So he confessed to the murders. He told a detective 4 of my family members are dead because of me and I just killed them. But he declined discussing a motive. So like I just said, he would just be like, no comment, no comment, no comment. According to the members of Discord that he played this game with, Menhaz said that he spent his days at the mall and going to a community gym when his parents actually believed he was attending classes.
Oh boy.
He just sounds like a dweeb.
Yeah.
Just like a fucking
Dweebosaurus
dweeb.
Rex.
He's kind of an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
he really is. He did plead guilty in September 2020 to 3 accounts of first-degree murder and 1 count of second-degree murder. That November, he was sentenced to life in prison with no parole eligibility for 40 years. During a sentencing hearing in October of 2020, he told the court, I would like to just apologize to anyone I have impacted negatively with my actions, especially to the people who knew my family, friends, and loved ones who I know could have never seen something like this from me happening. I am sorry. And that is the story of the Menhaz murders.
Wow.
What a sick, twisted fuck, right? And if you want to watch a more in-depth story of this, you can go on Peacock and watch the docu-series Perfect World, A Deadly Game.
Yeah.
And you get to hear firsthand accounts from the Discord users.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
The people that were like investigating this.
Oh
or
yeah, and
trying
like
to
the friend
save the
Junior,
day.
like the friend Junior that they talk about is in it. Yeah.
Oh shit. That's amazing.
It's really, yeah, and they
I
actually
can't wait to watch
show, I think it's 2 episodes. You can watch it in one night. It's really good.
Wow. I'm excited. I've never heard of this and I would love to watch it. Wow, what a great story.
Right? It was good.
I'm like thinking about, you're just playing a video game
and someone
now,
just like shows you pictures of dead
yeah,
people.
it's like, what the fuck do you do?
Holy
you think you're
shit.
kicking up your feet playing like
And
some
it's-
game and this
Yeah.
shit happened.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of like that whole Boy Who Cried Wolf situation where it's like he's known for like playing really sick jokes.
Right, because
Yeah.
he's a
Like
troll.
exactly, he's a troll. So it's like, do you believe the troll or do you not believe
Yeah.
the troll?
I mean, really. I mean, I personally couldn't say whether I would or wouldn't in that situation. If
Yeah.
I were involved in that situation as like an observer, I really
Right.
can't say what I would believe or wouldn't. And I think that's what's part of what makes this a fucking bizarre buffet story.
Yeah.
For sure.
Knowing me, I would argue with them and try to get them blocked and banned.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're racist, troll.
Yeah,
How
homophobe.
dare you?
Yeah. Deadophobe. Don't like dead people. Oh.
Don't like your family either. for
Oh
that
my
matter.
god. Well, odds are it's with a good reason, but doesn't mean that you should kill them. That's
No,
bad.
do not do that.
Bad. 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 Period. Don't do it. Anyway, look at us on Instagram. You want to see how horny we are? Do you?
Follow us.
Do you
on
want to see how
Instagram.
fucking horny we
And go
are?
on our Facebook.
Yeah, and you can see how horny we are there too.
And then you can also be a Patreon member. and
sure
help
can.
us out.
Patreon.com/Bizarre Buffet.
And then we also just have a YouTube channel so you can watch our podcast.
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube right now, you'll notice that the visuals went out for these last few minutes. We are sorry. It's okay.
We're okay.
We're
okay.
fine.
We're fine. The aliens abducted us. We're giving them sexual favors. Mark and I, at least. Jen's
hot.
Jen's brokering the deal.
I'm just here. Oh, and I just accidentally turned my laptop back on. So
Apple, you owe us a fee for that sound.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So, I suppose with that being said, my name is Melanie Griffith from Milk Money.
And I am an avatar.
And I am Princess Toadstool from Mario.
Oh, that's so cute.
Princess Toadstool.
Let's
Beautiful.
play Second Life.